Alright guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This week I will be doing a video on my personal top 10 favorite matches of all time. This will be WWE heavy, but there is some TNA in here because that's really all I've watched is WWE, TNA, well NXT, but it's still WWE, but there won't be AEW on here because I haven't watched very much AEW. I have no way of watching it, so just know most of my list, unless I've seen them in WWE, will be WWE focused. But let's kick off at the number 10 spot for my top 10 all-time favorite matches. Gunther versus Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus at WrestleMania 39 for the IC title. I mean, talk about a match where it's just three guys going out there and just literally just beating each other up. That's what this match was. Three big dudes beating each other up. It was very, what do you call it? Not brutal, but I can't think of the term off the top of my head right now. But yeah, great storytelling as well, and that's really going. That's my number 10. My number 9 is AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels versus Samoa Joe in the triple threat for the TNA World Title at TNA Turning Point 2009. Now you'll see these three again on this list, but this is, in my opinion, the worst of their two matches they did. But this match also incredible. It's above the Sheamus Gunther Drew match for me because it has the hard hitting, it has the great storytelling, it has the great wrestling that 10 had. But it also has the high flying of Daniels and Styles to add just a little bit more to it. And the story leading into this match was pretty good. It was just, hey, we had this match 4 years ago. We want to have it again just to prove if who was the best then is still the best. So, my number 8 match is Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40 for the WWE Undisputed title. This match is up here mostly on this for the story because I'm of the mindset a great story can cover a bad match, but a great match can't cover a terrible story. I won't think a match is as good if it's just a great wrestling match if there's no story to it, but if I think if the story is great, I'll think a bad match is better. And so let's start this one. This is just an amazing story. Hitting a climax, it may be continuing, but a great story that ends here. I mean, the wrestling wasn't bad. The wrestling wasn't bad either, but this was carried by the story with the returns and Cody finally doing what he set out to do and all that. So at number 7 is Ilya Dragunov versus Walter 2 on NXT TakeOver 36. You want to talk about a match that's just brutal, hard hitting, with great ring psychology, great storytelling, and just great wrestling. That's this match, and it's still only my number 7. That just tells you how good the matches above this one are. Yeah, these two dudes just went out there, beat the heck out of each other, and put on an incredible match. So my number 6 spot, it's Obafemi versus Dijak versus Josh Briggs for the NXT North American title at NXT Stand and Deliver 2024. This is another one of, you'll see the matches I like more because this is another one of just three big dudes going out there beating the heck out of each other. Hard hitting, brutal, but it had a lot of great spots too. Dijak getting thrown off the top rope into Obafemi on the chair. And like Dijak can do some high flying, so it wasn't just that. But if you haven't noticed by a lot of my choices, I prefer like hard hitting, great stories over high flying. Like I prefer hard hitting over high flying. So yeah, at my number 5 spot, I told you these three would be here again. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe versus Christopher Daniels at TNA Unbreakable 2005. Amazing match. Everything I said about the first time they were on this list fits for this match, but they just did it better in this match. Yeah, I think they were all 4 years younger, so they had more athleticism. So they would do a lot more athletic stuff, but still hard hitting. 3 great in-ring technicians. A great story going into it of Daniels being the longest reigning X Division champion at that time, looking like nobody could beat him. And people just trying to overcome that. And the number 4 spot, Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole. 2 out of 3 falls at NXT TakeOver New York in 2019. You want to talk about a match with just 2 incredible ring technicians just telling an amazing story, having an incredible match in the ring. This is the match you're talking about. And the story leading into this match was a great story as well. Gargano being known as the guy who can't win the big ones. He's known as Mr. Takeover and all this, but he could never win the big one on a takeover. And they just went out here and just had this incredible match, trying to show who the best one was. And just an incredible match. My number 3 spot, AJ Styles versus John Cena at the Royal Rumble 2017. This is my opinion the best of the Styles Cena matches that they had of the 3. They were just great counters for everything the other one do. They knew each other so well. You had Styles still great athletically. His great in-ring psychology, and then you had Cena using his strength advantage to be able to overpower Styles, and it was just incredible to watch. My number 2 favorite match of all time, Dijak versus Ilya Dragunov at NXT Battleground 2023. Now, this match right here, this was the last man standing match. Wasn't a very long match, but the match they had, they packed so much into that little bit of time they had, and they made this match incredible. You want to talk about brutality? If you like brutality but you don't like it where it's overly I guess violent, like all the blood, all the, let me get these skewers and put them in your head and stuff like that. Because you should have seen what Ilya looked like after this match. Incredible. But it's not number 1, it's number 2. And my number 1 all-time favorite match has been this for 6 years. I don't see anything beating this match. Because I don't care how great the wrestling is. This is my favorite story ever in wrestling. And it just happened, the match and the wrestling was incredible to go along with it. Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa in a street fight at NXT Chicago 2 in 2018. This, in my opinion, is the best of their matches that they had. Just the incredible story they had of them two turning on each other. The hatred that they had for each other really showed in this match. You had Gargano having to find a new part of himself to go after Ciampa and be able to beat him an evil side. Because Ciampa got Gargano's ring, ripped it off, spit on it, and threw it. And Gargano took out Ciampa, was just going to let him go on the stretcher. And then Gargano seen his ring went there and he snapped. And that led to the ending of this match with that DDT on the exposed ring. Incredible. Everything leading up to it was incredible. The match was incredible. This is my number one. So, y'all can leave a comment telling me if you agree, disagree, what might make your top 10. Like and share and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you all.